Good morning. We are now live. Sometimes I click that button. I just kind of hang here going, when is it going to happen? Anyways, welcome to everyone in our audience today. And those of you who are watching the replays, we are so glad you're here. Welcome to Lipedema Wellness Conversations with Gail and Friends. I'm Gail. I'm Gail Straker, the Community Manager for Lipedema Simplified. And I'm here today with a lady I've never met in person, but boy, do we chitter chatter and have a good time. I consider her one of my special friends, Veronica Rodriguez. Hi, Veronica.
Hi, good morning, Gail. Good morning, everyone.
And before we go very far in the show, I just want you to know we're grateful that you're here early in the morning. Seriously, Veronica's even an hour earlier than me. It's just 7 o'clock my time. Veronica at 6. So, she got up and she dialed up and everything for us. I was so happy. So make sure that you let us know that you're here. I see that Jeannie Lewis is here from Colorado, and Cheryl's here from Wisconsin. Mary's here from Ohio. So good morning, ladies. And if I have a few gentlemen out there who's watching too, good morning to you. I'm excited to be talking to Veronica today because of who Veronica is. Veronica is a coach for Lipedema Simplified and a certified lymphatic therapist. That's how I call her. She might call herself something else because she's got all those letters after her name, But so if you would, Veronica, would you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes. So I am a physical therapist for many years, over 30. And I found out late in life that I was diagnosed with lipedema. So it was a new information for me. And even though I've been practicing a long time, lipedema is not in the forefront earlier in my life. And once I was diagnosed, I became a CLT because I need to know how to take care of myself. And I wanted to really continue helping and serving others. So I'm real passionate about it. And I'm very much wanting to share that with many other individuals to improve their life and to really get moving and really enjoy the best that they can within their body. So that's what I like to do and teach.
Yeah, you've been been working with Lipedema Simplified almost 2 years now, and you've done several presentations, and you've taught what we call a CSIG, which is a coach's special interest group. It's usually a 4-week course, and with that, your CSIGs. You talk about skincare, you talk about compression, you talk about conservative treatment. I always get complimentary conservative treatments because there are things we can do at home to manage lipedema, because we know that management is vital.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I recently came back from the International Lymphatic Conference in Nottingham, England. And it was nice to know that what we teach in Lipedema Simplified in our CSIGs and our belief and how I manage myself and help others is really on point. It's very important to have lifestyle management that encompasses good nutrition, exercise, compression, lifestyle management issues, to also include manual lymphatic draining, pain management, anything to help an individual move out of pain and actually get moving so they can step into a better health. Um,
Right.
I I feel very passionate about it. I live it myself, and I believe in it strongly. And I feel that all of these components together really help a person move forward and feel better and get moving and enjoy life and be with family and meet the goals that they would like for themselves.
Right. And Veronica, we here in the United States, we are experiencing a heat wave.
Oh,
And so many of us deal with more swelling during these hot times.
mhm, mhm.
And so many of us, me included, notice I don't have my arm compression, my sleeve compression on today. So many of us look at that compression wear that we have to wear, and we go, "Oh, it's going to be just too hot. I don't know if I can bear wearing my compression today." Do you have any tips for us about what to wear, or how to
How to
face the compression
manage.
on days of today? How to
So,
manage?
so here in Tucson, Arizona, by 6 o'clock, it's already 90 plus degrees. So, and I was in Phoenix this last weekend visiting my grandma for her 99th birthday. Yay!
Hey,
And
Grandma.
And I want to tell you, compression is a thing, and so is the heat. But I can tell you from personal experience. One, there are times I'm like, I'm not going to wear it. And I did a trial. And one day, not even a day, half a day without it, I was so uncomfortable and painful. And I'm like, I'm putting on my compression. And it felt like a warm hug. And it felt so good. I could get through my day and felt really good.
Yeah.
So, researching different kinds of compression, they're lightweight summer weights and they're heavier ones. And staying cool is important. And I do so by, cool showers, fan where I need it, planning my day. I do a lot of activities early morning or late evening, so I'm out of the highest heat. And fortunately, I work in an air conditioned place and they take good care of me. So I think it's important also to note that, oddly enough, nutrition plays a good part because if it decreases my overall inflammation, then I have less discomfort in my joints. I can move, I feel better, and it works with compression in moving it along throughout my day.
So when you talk about nutrition being an important part, so
Mhm.
what um is there a nutrition plan that you follow, or have you had to really pick and choose and develop it yourself? What is
Yeah.
your particular solution?
So I first want to say that nutrition is very individualized, but you need a starting point. So I do keto carnivore, and that works really well for me. Carnivore is like instead of intermittent fasting, I do carnivore, and I found I've gotten better results. But I think what's most important to know is getting baselines in your lab work so you really know how you're doing as a baseline in nutrition, looking at C-reactive protein, your lipids, cholesterol, and other baselines, especially glucose and insulin fasting, I think are critical.
Right, your and thyroid work.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I literally did a test on myself as well. I did my lab work, I did keto for 2 months. My lab work improved tremendously. And as I entered into other things like carnivore, I'm fine tuning and hacking what my body needs. And I'm finding, what doesn't work for me when I have an intolerance versus an allergy. And it's been mind blowing because I'm Hispanic. We foods that are actually very inflammatory for me. So I've modified my cooking, I'm still enjoying food that I enjoy, and I'm getting better at cooking. And it's really, I'm actually eating better now and are healthier now than I was, 10 years ago. So I'm
Yeah.
loving it. I'm eating more now than I have before, and eating well and
I
taking good care of myself.
I'm still trying to find a really good tamale recipe that's low carb.
Let me
It's
know. Let me know.
I
But,
know,
I think that's also part of lifestyle management, right?
right?
Where you don't look at it as that $4 word, diet.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I mean, I want something I can enjoy the rest of my life. And I think it's very critical to really find that sweet spot. And it may take a little time moving into that and looking at how your body responds. But you're your own experiment
right.
where you can observe what your body needs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I have noticed in our community that is for many of our the members of our community, as they lower sugars,
Mhm.
just I mean, if for those people who are drink sugary drinks because we've that's what we've drank for so long, right?
Mhm.
Sugary drinks, juices, and those sorts of things. As soon as they get just that out of their system, a lot of times they start to find relief. Um,
Mhm.
and so they take one small step, making life food habits change, learning to deal with food in a healthy relationship with food and those sorts of things is not easy. And it's it's part of the process. Everything we do for ourselves right now, it's not easy because we're so
Mhm.
used to putting first. We put our health on the back burner, and most of us now are going, okay, I know I have lipedema, or I think I have lipedema. They're the same thing, really. Right? Once you think you have lipedema, you go, okay, I got to start taking care of this until I get a diagnosis, if I ever do, and and start working on those things. So
Mhm.
besides the nutrition aspect, you also work with skincare. And
Yes.
I never really thought about what um the importance of skincare, because I'm that oily, greasy skin person. I've just I mean, seriously, my 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 students used to say, "Oh, look at Mrs. Straker," because I'd go like this, and then I'd look at my fingers, and I'd have like grease on my fingers. I was like oily skin, and they'd say, we're upsetting her," because I'd be going like this. We're upsetting her, and she's getting a greasy forehead. Now, granted, I taught middle school, so they were sarcastic little
Yeah.
people, they were early teens. But I'd go, you guys are making me crazy. And then I'd look at my fingers because I'm like, ew, and they're greasy because my whole face would be. So I never put lotion on. I never um, had to worry about it at like with my face.
Mm,
But my legs are a totally different story.
it's
It,
different.
it, it is. So
Mhm.
what are your main points about skincare? We've
Well,
actually questions about body wash, creams, and lotions to use.
yeah, yeah. So skin is very important in management of lipedema and lymphedema because our lymphatics are just under the skin. So we have skin cells that abut each other, and they have a fatty lipid layer in between. So in these skin cells, if it's dry and cracked, it's a risk of a port of infection.
Oh,
So more than anything, we want to prevent the risk of infection. We want our skin smooth and supple so that we can manage it and take good care of it. Um, and the products that are helpful are acidic in nature because the pH of the skin is slightly acidic. That's why they call it the acid mantle. So our skin is the first line of defense against infection, and taking care of that will help our health and make us look at it. So there are different products out, and a few of them are like Aquifer, CeraVive, um, Eucerin for eczema,
Okay,
and
I'm
my
putting these, I'm gonna put these in the comments. So
sure
you said
Eucerin.
Eucerin. That's Eucerin.
Yes.
Is there an E on the end of that?
No, just N. And then
Okay.
CeraVive, CER.
CeraVe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I use. CERAVE.
VE. Um, Aquifer. Eucerin for eczema is also very good. And my personal favorite and is Seba, SEBA
Wait.
Med,
S E
MED.
SEB as in boy.
Yes, A.
A
And
M
then
E D
the next word is Med, MED.
MED.
So all of
Sebum.
these, yeah, Sebamed. So all of these creams are slightly acidic. Sebamed is a little bit more, it's 5.5. And I like using it for excessively dry skin. And no, I don't get a kickback for any of these recommendations. Darn it. But utilizing the proper cream is important. And you need to know if your skin is drying out, if you're putting it on multiple times, check the acidity of it, the pH of it, and it'll be very important in your daily routine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I want to reach out to people, and then we have a few um comments that I'm going to pop up. So I
Okay.
see that um Kathy Patton's here from from Union in New Jersey. Susan Orthner's here. Zelda's here from Nova Scotia. Susan
Wow.
Orthner's from Florida. Mary is here from Minnesota. Mary is here from Springfield. Okay. Ohio. Let's see who else we have. Um, because people don't always get their names in there. Let me see. So some of the questions. Oh, Iris is here. Hi, Iris from Ontario. Um, I talk to Iris often, so it's always good to see you, sweetie.
Mm.
So one of the things that we have a question about keto and carnivore. What are the differences? And they say, besides being meat based, what is the crux of this carnivore diet you're talking about, Veronica?
Okay. What are
You
you
know
doing?
what are you talking about, right?
Wow. So I'm going to start with keto, because keto is a well balanced whole food nutrition plan. And no matter how you eat, the closer to the source is better for you, for less preservatives and inflammatory items or chemicals that are added to your food. I want to also say sugar is not a necessary item in any nutrition. So get that out immediately
Oh,
as
it's
soon
hard.
as you can, no matter what.
That's
Uh,
hard.
yeah, it is. But there's other ways to satisfy, but that's another day. So I think what's important to know is that in keto, you're eating healthy fat to satiety, you're eating moderate protein and carbohydrates. However, your carbohydrates come from whole vegetables and low sugar fruits. You definitely want to eliminate as best as you can pasta, rice, potatoes. and starches and legumes because they increase, your blood sugar when you're eating it. And you have to take that into account as part of your nutrition. So there are different percentages of what you should have. And you should join our CSIG and find out about that. Um, Keto's wonderful. I actually ate more food than I usually do in my whole life when I went on keto. Because I think, like many, we had followed the sad American diet when I was younger and then followed some of the protocols for that nutrition, and it wasn't working for me. So keto really gave me a big boost. So moving on, I read Dr. Sean Baker's book, and I had the pleasure of talking to him and speaking with him, and we talked about carnivore, and I did a trial of carnivore diet, which is pretty much what it sounds like, eating healthy proteins and electrolytes, a little coffee, maybe a glass of wine every now and then, but really eliminating carbohydrates and eating some healthy fats. And what, for me personally, I'm not advocating it for everyone because there's some restrictions for certain people, but carnivore helped me get over this set point, and it really helped me bring my general inflammation down. So I did carnivore for a month during the holidays. Not the best timing, but it was easy. And I gotta say, knowing what to cook, having it quick, having the right tools at home, like a blender, an Instapot, air fryer, made cooking very easy and actually a no-brainer. I really enjoy carnivore. So every now and then, it's summers now here, and I'm kind of going into keto because I like my blueberries, and I'll have a little bit of cooked veg and enjoy it. But I like fluctuating personally between both of those. Those are my favorite.
I do
And
too. I enjoy fluctuating, and I do find that
yeah,
even though cheese and other dairy products are considered carnivore, or a different level, it's an animal foods,
yeah,
animal product um, diet or way of eating. I find that the more cheese and the more dairy I have, the less successful I am on carnivore.
yeah. And
And
it
so,
sounds like you're listening to your body and kind of really finding out the details and structuring it for you specifically.
right. And but my problem is boy, oh boy, I thought sugar was hard to give up. Carnivore really is. And not carnivore, but cream,
Cheese,
cream.
cream.
Cheese I can give up. Cream.
I'm
That's
fortunate I don't have that problem. I love it. So I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. Yeah.
yeah. So, let's see. We have a hard stop in about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but Veronica, we have a couple more questions. Um,
Okay.
Kathy is talking about um, itching. We talked about skincare,
Mhm.
and Kathy Patton says the itchiness of my one leg is horrible, especially at night.
Oh.
What can she do?
So some thoughts come to my head. Excuse me. I want to know, are you wearing compression at night? What is your daily routine for hygiene of your skin? Are you washing daily or every other day? Are you hydrating with the proper cream, lotion? What are you eating? So, also
Yeah.
what we eat as far as good healthy fats and good nutrition also help our skin. Are you hydrating? Are you drinking enough water? And all of those issues together, I would look at right away. If
And
this persists, oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, she says no, she's not wearing compression at night.
Okay, that's something to maybe look at as far as part of your management for lipedema, lymphedema, because there's daytime and nighttime management, and also what you're eating to nourish your body. And if it's persistent, you may want to see a dermatologist. Is there another underlying reason other than, proper skincare and nutrition, and just to make sure everything's okay. Mhm.
Yeah. I know that for me, um, one of the things that has helped me with the itchiness in my legs, um, I always called it skin crawl. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like it's a kind of a skin crawly thing.
Some,
Um,
oh,
at night, and it was CBD oil. I
oh,
started taking CBD from Brian,
uh-huh,
and I used the CBD salve, and it calmed it. But
good.
also, if I don't have enough magnesium, if I don't take my electrolytes, I get that it's first of all, it's jumpy, and so if I even know my legs are even starting to get jumpy, I take that. And so, we there are solutions out there to keep
Yeah.
looking into. Um,
Yeah,
so
if you're diabetic and have neuropathy or a restless leg syndrome, that needs to be addressed medically. And also, nutrition and the right compression can be very helpful in managing and helping in that kind of diagnosis as well. So I
yeah,
hope that
and
helps.
she says that it's something she thinks it might be something she's eating, and it's right where the redness of the lymphedema is. So that lymphedema is being inflamed. It looks like that area of your skin. Yeah,
You may want to, if that area is red and inflamed, you also want to check for signs of infection. And it may not be cellulitis. What if you have another infection or a bug bite or something like that? So,
right.
really keep in mind if it's warm, if it's red, if it gets painful and shiny, you need immediate medical attention so it can be taken care of. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Beatrice, um, Beatrix, Beatrice says, I fluctuate between keto and carnivore as well. It works for her. What brand of electrolytes do you use?
I like using LMNT. It's 2 grams of carbs and it's sugar free. And my favorite is watermelon. So
Oh,
in the summer, in the summer, I used to like eating watermelon with tahini on it. Tahini is like this spice. It's a little bit of spice and sour.
oh
My
yeah.
favorite. But I don't do that anymore. And I like I take the electrolytes and I feel like summertime, I'm having my watermelon electrolytes and I'm getting that satisfaction and taking care of my body with the electrolytes. So,
And some of those LM, because it's all capital letters, LMNT,
yes.
um, and they come in packets. Some of them have, what are they called? Citrus habanero, but they got a punch to the
Ooh.
point where when I open the packet, I've got to step back. But boy, when they're drinking it, the ones with the the hot, that hot stuff in there, it's
The
great.
spice. I like
This,
that. I like
so,
that.
oh, Veronica, we're gonna have to go, but before we go, I do have to promote our CSIG. You
Please
said
do.
something about the CSIG. See, the CSIG is Coaching Special Interest Group. We have one starting on July 31st. If you register for the one, I'm putting it in the comments right now. If you're able to register for it, it is called. Let me let me grab the title because I've written it down so I can pop it up so you can see it. Oh my gosh. I'm slow back here on the backside today. Here we go. It's called a holistic approach. There's more to you than meets the eye. And one of the things that we're going to do, it's a 4-week course, July 31st to September 1st. We're meeting on Mondays and Mondays and Fridays at, let me make sure I've got the time right, 5 p.m. Eastern. And um, we are introducing a new coach. Her name is Sharon Tillery, and she is a health and wellness coach. You will see me there, not always, but sometimes. You will see Siobhan Huggins there. I believe Leslie's going to be there, and who else? I don't know any. I don't know who else is going to be showing up, but we are going to be talking about a holistic approach. Like as Veronica was talking about, she's talked about, oh, we have to worry about our nutrition. We need to worry about our physical body and our skincare. We need to think about where is our mental and emotional support coming from, and how are we moving forward with that? Because we are a whole person. We are not lipedema. Lipedema doesn't define us. And so we want to make sure that you get the opportunity to register. The first one, July 31st, is a free class. And then the rest of the way through, if you want to continue with us, then you will pay for the course and join. But at that time, come see us on the 31st of July. Register for this class, see what it's all about. It might be something you don't want to miss. 100% aren't going to want to miss it. So with that, thank you, Veronica, for letting me promote that, because I was totally forgetting to, but I want to make sure we do that. I always end asking my guests if there is one thing that you would love to see echoed around the world. What would that message be? What is your nugget?
There's so many. I'm like, which one? But I think most importantly, and lately I've been thinking it for myself too, is to really treat myself as well as I would treat someone I love. And I think that way we take care of ourselves so we can be there more for others. Absolutely.
Right. Self-care is not selfish. It's self-care.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. That's wonderful. Veronica, I've loved being here with you today. And our audience, thank you so much. If you're watching this on the replay, please make sure that you know that we're always here for you. We are here for you. We are here because of you. And you are here giving us all kinds of support as well. So thank you for being here with us today. And we shall see you the next time.